Speaking of the captain, BALI, has just taken a real knock by Super. Whenever you get into the path of the Spaniard, you usually come out second best, and they're claiming that an elbow was used here, Simon.
Yeah, probably more for leverage. I don't think BALI quite got to the height, so he's a little bit smaller. I don't see really anything malicious in that. I'm actually being bullied into giving that one. I have a suspicion there.
That's the
super unhappy with that one.
Third yellow card for CERES in this match.
Endless jokes you can make with his name, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Super defender, super in the air. Maybe knocked a little bit of life into BALI here.
Which is exactly what BALI need. That stalwart of yours just to come to life a little bit.
Sloppy from Pacheco there. I'm not going to get back into the game against a team like CERES. Arsenal off the pitch.
Trying to add to the 2 goals that he's already scored this season. Lurby's complaining that he was blocked off by Villanueva. The referee says that's fine. Play on. Super, fresh from receiving his yellow card, will pump this one long, hoping that Stepan Shock and Gang and Marinon do something about it. Marinon, once again, once the ball gets to him, it's like he's got beanbags for feet. Just sticks onto it. Absolutely brilliant. Here's Mendy. Well, he got lucky there. Lost control of the ball and won it back. And Gavin Kwan was just tricked into doing that. Just baited into it. Kwan trying to clear it first time, but Mendy's won the free kick for CERES. Scores next, you feel, Simon, it's going to be really important, isn't it?
Yeah,
CERES score.
I think if it's CERES, I don't see BALI coming back from it. But you know, if BALI can find an equaliser, then it's game on. Certainly capable of it. But they need to get at the defence more. They need to be able to link passes together. And the first half, they really weren't able to do that. In under 30% possession, yeah, that's very, very difficult.
Shock, real up and under once again, asking questions of Nadeo, who actually clutched that one quite superbly. Just plucked it out of the air effortlessly. At least made it look that way. This cover ball playing down the lines for Lurby. The ball played in behind the pens, looking for BALI. So asked a little question of Villanueva. Got away with it fine. Ott trying to dink it into space, and that is a super ball looking for Mendy.
Great first touch.
Just as good. Mendy's gone clear.
Second touch killed him, but the first touch was superb. Took it straight past the defender in one touch.
Nadeo, fortunate enough, his eagerness to try to get a shot underway. Just killed him then. Ball played in behind the defense, and Sean Kane just got there in time. Had to.
Certainly opening up a little bit now. BALI not staying so compact in defence, prepared to go higher up the pitch. And CERES responding also.
Oh, this is very much like the BALI that we know. All hands to the pump, willing to just attack at you at 100 miles an hour. Get those players running at you. Speaking of running, they do have Yanis on the bench. Yabes Roni. He's not a natural finisher, but it certainly will trouble any sort of defense with his pace.
Yeah, I know Coach Teko likes him. I'd be expecting to see him introduced at some point. Someone who can get behind fullbacks and really is an avid runner. Powerful boy as well. In fact, the reason why Paolo's not playing today, incidentally, likes to put himself about, is quite physical, and Paolo felt the brunt of that in training, and in which case he's not here today, much to his frustration.
Pacheco was stepping in on time. We thought that he was going to be whistled for a foul then, Rockmans, but he was robbed pretty easily. Had his pocket picked, but he couldn't take full advantage of it as Taufik now. Loses the ball in midfield. Marinon trying to look for the angle to pull the trigger, failed to do so. Pacheco did well enough. Fami Alayubi. Ball that's was played into space, giving Lily Pali no chance at all against Super. Was stuck to him like glue and done extremely well against Lily Pali. Was had no change at all from Herrera, Super Herrera. Oh, that's very naive from Pacheco. Chance to run in at goal. He's got to watch his challenge right now. Is that a penalty? It is. Just as you say that, Pacheco's got to watch. He's got to watch. And the next thing you know, you could almost see Stefan Schrock actually waiting for it to happen. And the moment it did, Schrock just gleefully went down, and it's a spot kick.
Watch this one very carefully. I think he gets the ball. Looking at that, he gets the ball. There must be contact from his upper body that knocks Schrock over, but certainly his foot gets the ball. We did say this early on about Pacheco. He runs the line very close to being yellow carded to red carded, to giving penalties away. I think Schrock just explained to Lily Pali there that as he's on the move, any sort of touch, and unfortunately it's going to knock him off, but Pacheco's certainly not happy about it.
You could almost see it unfolding in slow motion. Schrock just waiting for any sort of contact. Pacheco screaming for Topamahu to actually come across and help him out, of which Schrock just had a little walk in the park inside the 6-yard box, inside the penalty box. In a moment, Pacheco stuck his leg out, and Schrock was more than happy to go down. And here is Marinon, who scored in the last game from the penalty spot, hoping to score his 4th in this year's competition, and this will be goal number 34 in his AFC Cup campaign, in his 37th game. Bienvenido, Marinon. He and the name AFC Cup just go hand in hand. Word association, Marinon. You say the name AFC Cup, and it's goal yet again for Vidakovic. And it's 2-0, and it might just be game over even at this early stage.
Well, it's sloppy from Bali. Pacheco's got caught wrong side. He's dived in and tried to steal the ball, and against someone like Schrock, as soon as Schrock gets in behind you, he's smart enough to know that any touch from the defender is going to fall forward, in which case you don't need to pass the ball, you just need to drive straight to defence. It's of their own doing. Bali, they can have an argument about the award of the penalty, but they're in that situation because of bad defending, so ultimately very frustrating for Coach Teko on the sideline there.
Vidakovic, the Bosnian coach of CERES, on his way to winning his 85th game in charge of CERES NEGROS. And remember, the next 3 games in the second half of this campaign, all away from home, so it's imperative that they get their home victories, of which they couldn't the last time out. Despite winning by 2-1, they conceded a goal to draw 2-2 with Kwang Min. Now can they hold on to this 2-0 lead? Defense really didn't cover themselves in glory in that last game against the Vietnamese side, but more tighter against a less adventurous Bali team. Pacheco losing out of the year to Mendy. That's a mistake by Tupomohu. Chance for Schrock once again to run clear. Schrock.
Good save in the end. But Pacheco standing still as Schrock runs past him. You just can't do that as a centre-back. Not with someone like Stefan Schrock on the ball. That's, yet again, poor defending. Not reacting to the situation. Fortunately, Leo did. Leo back there still making Schrocky work for it, and that's a really good save. But again, this should have been dealt with.
Well, with that 2 defensive midfielders actually being a lot more adventurous in the second half, Stefan Schrock's starting to enjoy his football on this pitch now. He's been given a lot of space in the second half, which he found at a premium in the first. And it's hurting Bali. Monteo, not too convincing with that. Goes out for another corner.
Bali looking a little bit rocked at the minute. I think that goal hit them quite hard. Just need to pick themselves up again.
Ball in inside the box, which is easily defended. There might be a break on here. They play it right. Fahmy couldn't get at the end of it. There was enough pressure by the CERES players as BALI were trying to break out. Chopping back to Ricky Padrin. Pacheco available. Topama, who's side by side with him and uses him. It's a dangerous ball. Didn't even want it. He's given it to him. Gavin Kwan didn't appreciate it. Stefan Schrock yet again. He goes down inside. And Schrock was waiting for any sort of contact. It didn't come, didn't appear. Pacheco usually eats those up when it's high up in the air like that. Minagishi knows that most of the players are still inside the penalty box, so tried a cross which was ineffective in the end.
CERES winning the ball back again. It's sloppy from BALI.
Protected it well enough, Odawara.
That is the advantage of being able to press and press effectively. It just means that even when BALI do win the ball back, you're 5 yards away from the player. Instead of dropping back immediately, they just step forward. They go even harder. So Pep Guardiola always was a big advocate of pressing high, trying to get ball retention. CERES doing that very effectively right now, just snuffing out any sort of threat that BALI has, not even allowing them to play comfortable passes through the back.
Muller looking long. Easily defended by Ricky Padrin. Here's Minagishi. Fahmy's really stuck to his task and stuck to the left full back, preventing him from moving forward. But it's come at the expense of Fahmy's very own offensive arsenal, which hasn't been on display at all. Schrock yet again available and winning and pinching the ball away. That's a very clever ball. It's played inside to Mendy, who's kept it alive to Marinon. Topama blocking his path towards goal. Pacheco taking an age to clear it. BALI themselves taking an age to clear it. They finally do. And it's going to come right back at them. As at the moment, Odawara combining with Mendy, who's gone clear of Gavin Kwan. Took a very hefty knock. The referee says that's okay.
It looks like CERES have just shifted up into a fifth gear that really BALI can't match right now. They're a couple of yards behind them.
What's the referee given here? It looked as if it was a free kick. Came late on the trailing leg of Mendy, but the referee says there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, Gavin Kwan is going to be a corner for CERES, who haven't really taken advantage of their corner situations or most of their dead ball situations in this game. Let's see if Manny Out can do something with this. Yet again, he goes very deep, and Pacheco is right there.